I want to discuss this. I'm not accepting it. Why wouldn't you accept an order with a almost $70 tip? It's because it's almost $700 worth of food from a bagel store. It's going to be too much. They could have sandwiches, platters, those circular platters. It would be too much. And Bagel Chalet in Merrick. It's 7:20 a.m. Now I roll out of bed about 8. It's not worth the money every time. And if that was about 400, I would take it. But that would be too much for me to handle from that store. And who knows how many coffees. I'm going to decline this. Delivered just sent me another offer. Pick up in Westbury, drive to Great Neck. It's not enough. $600 worth of food from that place is going to be very heavy. Their food is heavy. It's not always worth the money. I really don't want to struggle to deliver. And I'm not sure how that would pan out for me. $600 worth of food from Bagel Chalet in the morning. See, I just picked up food from Ivarone's. It's a very good Italian specialty food store. And I've picked up from them before. And I was on the border. You know, it was, I think $500 worth of food. It was up there. I said, okay, you know, I'll do it. I knew where I was delivering to. I'm still at the drop off. I know the routine. I figured it's a short walk, even if I make 2 trips. And I had to make 2 trips. It's because not everything comes in boxes. And they make these beautiful big trays of quality wraps and sandwiches. You can't just plop that stuff on top of each other and bungee cord it and, you know, drag it up to the office. I made 2 trips. They gave me 2 boxes, a hard cover, clear cover of cookies, and then I had 4 round trays. One was large, and then a bag of like square hard containers in a plastic bag to the top with another mini circular thing. You can't just pile that stuff on top of each other. You have to respect the food. And if it's this, I knew I could handle. Small parking lot. I make 2 trips. It's a short walk. They were fine with it. And I've been here before. But to put myself in a position of, you know, I know it sounds silly, like, why don't you want to deliver bagels? You have coffee. They make round trays of food. They make sandwiches. They make wraps. It's not just bagels and coffee. You know, you can't just plop everything on top of each other. And I have a good cart. I can't deliver more than what my cart can handle. And unless I know the routine at the drop-off, like today was great. You know, I made 2 trips. I took my time, short walk, $60. But if it was any more than that, I probably would have had to say no. Can't do it. You know, you're limited to what you can do with what you got. I know I have an SUV, but the word compact is in front of the word SUV. It's just, and I have a small to medium sized cart. That's the way it is. Here are the pictures from the delivery I did today. Do you see how these are round plastic containers? And you have to be careful. You have to hold it from the bottom. They said hold it from the bottom, not just from the top, because it can easily rip. The dressings, the staff told me that. And good thing they did. You see this? That is a large round tray, and that is heavy. Well, you can't place a bunch of these kind of trays on top of each other because the food would squish. They're not in boxes. They're wrapped in like a saran wrap, as you saw here, just like that. So you have to be careful with the food. I mean, it's delicate. You don't want to take the food out of the bags and have it look like crap. You are representing a restaurant or store that you're delivering for. And if you don't give a good representation, they're not going to send you offers. And the 2 boxes aren't even in the pictures here, just so you know that. And I just sat here because I'm down the street from 2 Walmarts, one in Levittown and one in East Meadow. It jump starts, I mean, in my opinion, from my experience, spark starts kicking around 1, 2 o'clock. Well, I want to head home now. I'm going to complete some Ubers and Grubhub for lunchtime. You know, I gave it a go. I was here. I said, leave it on for 20 minutes. You know, I messed around. I had a little snack. You know, cooled myself down. It's very humid here. It never rang. So, and that's another reason why I'm not working Spark a lot, because my schedule has changed. But the next time I'm out in the middle of the day and I'm around town, I'll give it a go. I just received this notification from Spark. One-time passcode to complete deliveries. When I turned it on today, I had to verify my identity yet again. It seems like every time I turn it on, I have to verify my identity with the pictures. So they're working on something, because I believe there's many people using several phones. They have several accounts. They're using bots. And it's very hard to grab an order. And for the past few months, I really haven't been out on the weekends, like at the time that I would turn on Spark to grab a batch or grab a couple of shots. I took screenshots over the past few weeks of some conversations I came across, browsing Facebook groups. And this one, I believe, is a private group. It says, I'm a Spark driver and tried placing an express order to my house the past 2 days, and it wasn't giving me the option. I finally chatted with Walmart today, and they said due to many complaints about Spark drivers, the system is updating to send shop orders to other carriers such as Uber. Anyone else seen this or heard about it? I've been reading many conversations online about it. Here's another one. Now, this one I believe is a public group. That's why I didn't block out the names. And they say they already outsourced some curbside orders to Uber drivers. So it could happen. Absolutely. I've picked up many orders from Walmart through the Uber app. If I was working Uber as often as I was a year or 2 ago, I was getting a lot of orders from Walmart through the Uber app. Then the conversation goes on. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Then someone else said they always have. Well, they're doing it more often. And I know they partnered with Uber. And then the last one says, I didn't get any orders after 2 this afternoon. And I was out until 6. Mom tried signing up to drive, and it wouldn't load anything. Now, here's something with dlivrd. Now, this is something that it took me a long time to understand. Again, following conversations online. I usually browse for 10, 15 minutes before I crash. And this post says, that's merchant direct ordered and have agreement where they use delivery platforms like dlivrd, 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 etc., and have agreement to pay base plus some or 100% of the tips to the driver. The order is not placed through EzCater, so they don't pay 15 to 20% commission to EzCater. So merchant does well with this order and can give 100% or less of tips to driver. Different business model. The orders were shit. I gave it 30 minutes when I got back to the South Shore. I planned for a day not to go home in the middle of the day. So I brought my laptop, I brought lunch, It was delicious. Fried chicken cutlet on room temperature pizza. It was delicious. Cup of coffee. I got ready to do work. I'll show you what I did today. You got to do the boring work too. Might as well show you now. Inbox. I have to clean out my emails. I'm getting ready for my future. Primary. Your updates tab is empty, okay? Updates tab is empty. There's only 2 ads there. Your social tab is empty. Your promotion tab is empty, except for these 2. And my primary. That took a lot of work. And I also started working on another email address. And soon, I have to go through all my labels, which are folders. Because that's part of, you gotta stay organized, you gotta simplify everything. And I'm getting rid of stuff that I haven't used in years. And this is a part of moving forward and succeeding to move forward. But I planned on taking a bit of a pay cut. Today was a bonus to me. $60 delivery that I was capable of handling. It's not always worth. I follow a lot of groups. I read the posts. People love showing off their big payouts. They're big, big, big. I mean, they're getting $150 to $200 to $250, $300, and they're delivering food of $1,200, $1,500, $1,800. One time, just recently, over $2,000. And I wrote, do you do that by yourself? How do you do that? They have larger cars and they have larger carts. So they're capable. And they're like, get this, get that, and get these bags. But these people, they thrive on being food delivery people. Where someone like me, I did that in the beginning. I struggled. I learned the hard way. I know I'm capable of accepting and completing small to medium-sized catering orders. So it depends on the place. And it also depends how they wrap up their food. Like, here's an example. If I go to the Jersey Mike subs, I think that's what it's called. Most of the time, you know, they have the proper bags that I could put 3 in and place it on. They wrap them up differently, and they're also in boxes in the bags, or they have those big rectangular boxes that fit into my catering bags. Well, I could easily 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 place 10 boxes and bungee cord them and roll them right up. But if that was like I showed you earlier in the video, you know, 8 or 10 large round trays of 4 to 5 levels of wraps and Italian heroes, I can't do that. You can't just place, even though I have a hard bottom in the inside of my bags, you just can't place a bunch of heavy stuff on delicate food that can easily squish. And if there's not a hard cover on the food, I can't deliver it. I only can deliver so much. So I take what I'm capable of doing. So turning down that offer first thing in the morning, I don't want to get up. I did it a few times. I really don't want to get up at 6 in the morning, run out the door at 7, and I'll be more productive if I have a regular day tomorrow. And you never know. The day's not over yet. I might get offers coming in. You never know. Bolt Deliveries might reach out first thing in the morning and say, we have this great offer. You know, it's $300 worth of food. It's a $45 payout. You want it? And it's local. You never know. Delivered might send more orders. I've accepted in the past couple of months, Delivered has started to send out offers later, like up until 8 o'clock. And I said no throughout the day. And I said, well, they got me on this one. I'll do it. Because the subtotal of food is something I can handle, and I understand how they're wrapping up their food, and I was also familiar with the drop-off delivery address, like the procedure, the routine I have to go through when I get there. So now I'm going to head home. I'm going to complete some Ubers on the way home. It's Wednesdays. Wednesdays are usually a little slow, but if I get a handful, you know, and if I'm out, I might check the Too Good To Go app again. What the hell, I'm out. As long as I'm out. I ate a pizza today, room temperature. I have my cooler here. I had fried chicken cutlet, the barbecue sauce, and it was delicious. And I gave the crust to the birds. Perfect deal. So that's what I plan on doing. I hope you found the video informative, enlightening, and you take what you can do. And I'm hoping, I see working weekends again, I'm hoping that Spark kicks up again. You never know what the future will bring. I didn't dislike Spark, but they're making it so hard. It's hard to beat the bots. It's hard to beat people with 3 accounts. You just don't have a chance of grabbing any great offers. Until the next video clip. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.